We're going to start with some yoga. Sit comfortably, please. Relax your shoulders down your back. Feel the crown of the head lift toward the ceiling. And allow your eyes to close as you take some breaths. Aware of the inhale, aware of the exhale. And notice if your breath feels labored at all, if you have to force the inhale in or push the exhale out. And just see if you can relax the breath, just 10%. Allowing your breath to just be a bit more effortless. Then do the same thing with your body. Notice your body resting here and notice where you're still efforting, where you're still holding or gripping or tensing. And you don't have to do a full release, but just see if you can relax that effort by about 10%. Just do a little bit less. Relax just a bit more. Relaxing the breath, relaxing the body, and the mind starts to follow suit. Maybe the movement of the mind, all the thoughts, all the things that you're trying to figure out in your head, maybe some of that starts to relax as well. That movement, that mental effort. Lots of times we try to rest the body, we try to sleep, or we try to take a nap, or rest in a chair or couch, but the mind keeps going. We have to invite the mind into the practice of resting. So all of those movements, just let them be, just let them relax. You don't have to figure anything out right now. You don't have to do anything. You just have to be here, practicing yoga. Good. And then taking a deeper, fuller breath, please. Hmm. Go ahead and bring your awareness back, palms to heart. Kind of skipped a step there, but you can rub the palms together, stimulating them. Taking those heated palms over your eyes, brushing over the top of the head, just helping yourself on back. All right, so let's start off on our backs tonight. Come to lay down, please. Setting any props you have off to the side. Good, and coming to lay down, take your time getting there, but once you are there, it might feel natural just to hug the knees into the chest. So go ahead and do that if that feels good. If it doesn't, don't do it. But either way, you might just notice what it feels like to have the body resting on the ground intentionally. Maybe you feel the breath. Maybe there's other sensation. For example, for me, I'm on a hardwood floor with my yoga mat. I can sense the ground is kind of cold. All these awarenesses. And then bring your feet flat to the floor, heels underneath your knees, about hip distance apart, and your arms resting down by your side. With your next inhale, lift your arms all the way overhead, knuckles touch the floor above you. Then exhale, release your arms back down to your side. Let's do that again. Inhale, reaching through the fingertips, lift the arms all the way overhead. And exhale, release all the way back down. Let's do a couple more. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. And exhale, releasing the arms on down. Let's add the hips now. Lift the arms overhead, but also reach the hips into the air. Exhale, release the hips and arms back down. Just some bridge rolls. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's do a few more on your own. Lifting and lowering with the breath. Warming up the spine here, warming up the shoulders, creating a little bit of length in the front of the body, the front of the thighs, the hips, the belly. And then we're going to add on to this practice. So inhale, lift yourself into the pose. Then keep the arms overhead. Exhale, release the hips down. Arms stay overhead, resting on the floor. Inhale, lift the hips back up. And then this time, as you come down, roll down a single vertebrae at a time. You might have to move slower, but you'll articulate through the lift yourself up a single vertebrae at a time, articulating through the spine, and then continue that. Exhale, rolling down the spine. Inhale, rolling up the spine. Keep going. And again, with this articulation of the spine, you might have to move slower. That's completely fine. Lifting up, inhale. Lowering down, exhale. We'll do a couple more rounds. Keep moving at that steady pace. Good. Now take your time getting there, but as you lift the hips this time, go ahead and stay. Hips raised. And breathe. Relax your throat, relax your jaw. Feel the glutes engaged, the lower back. Press up. 3, 2, and then exhale. Go ahead and release the arms and hips together, all the way back down to the floor. Take a moment to feel sensation after we did all those bridge rolls. How's the spine feeling? How's the back feeling? How's the hips? Good. And then go ahead and take your arms out to the side, making a T shape with your body. Now, if there's furniture or something nearby, you can just do cactus arms. And then bring your knees in towards your chest, as tight into the chest as you can. Good. And then lock the heels together or the ankles and lock the knees together. As we move through this next part, try to keep the knees together and the heels or the ankles together. All right. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, go ahead and drop your knees all the way over to the left. And then inhale, bring the knees back to center. And we're going to do the other side. Exhale, take the knees to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Keep going. Exhale, knees to a side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, knees to a side. And inhale, come back. Just keep going on your own. And you'll notice it probably gets a bit harder to keep the knees together and the ankles together. Just do your best here. Inhaling to center, exhaling to a side. This helps to warm up the core, the lower back. Do just a couple more rounds, all right? All right, so the next time the knees come back to center from the left side, I think. We'll go with the left side, sure. Go ahead and hug the knees on in. Good. Feel sensation again. Maybe it's around the belly, lower back, the spine, somewhere else. Good. All right. Still holding on to the knees or the shins. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the chin toward the throat. Bring the forehead up toward the knees. Shoulders lift and stay up for the inhale. And then exhale, release the head and shoulders back down. Keep a hold of those shins. Stay down for the inhale. Exhale, curl the chin in toward the throat. Bring the forehead up, curling on up. Stay up, inhale. Then exhale, release the shoulders and head back down. Stay down for the inhale. Again, chin to throat, forehead lifts, curl on up. And then exhale, curl on down. Stay down for the inhale. 2 more times. Chin to throat, forehead lifts, rolling into a ball. And then exhale, settle back down. And we're going to hold the pose and do some work in it this time. Chin to throat, forehead lifts, and stay up and breathe. Now, the first thing I'll have you do is just extend your arms forward, palms face up, no longer holding on to the knees, but keeping them into the chest. And you'll feel the core engaged, particularly to keep the shoulders as far off the ground as you can, and then reach the fingertips forward as much as you can. And breathe. Keep breathing. 3, keep reaching, fingertips forward. 2, and then 1. Exhale, release down. Feeling sensation. Good. Deep breaths in and out. All right, then keep your right knee drawn into your chest. Extend your left leg down to the floor. Good. Just taking a breath or two here, feeling the stretch in the hip. And then flex both feet, pulling the toes back on both feet. And then holding behind the right leg, go ahead and extend the right leg toward the ceiling, reaching through the heel. And exhale, bring the right knee back into your chest, bending the knee. Inhale, extend the leg toward the ceiling. And exhale, bring the knee back into your chest. Let's do just a few more of those. We haven't really done much, if anything, for the hamstrings yet. So this is just helping us get nice and warmed up. Good. And then go ahead and extend the leg toward the ceiling, still holding behind the thigh. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the chin in toward the throat. Bring your forehead toward the knee, so in the direction of the knee. You can pull the leg towards you more if you have the access. Good. Shoulders are off the ground. Core is engaged. I'm going to stay for about 3 more breaths. Good. Deep breath in here. Then exhale, release the head and shoulders down. Then bend the right knee into your chest. And then extend that leg down to the floor. Notice sensation, especially the difference in the right leg versus the left leg. And we better balance that out. Go ahead and bring your left knee, just hug it into the chest. Right leg extending down. We'll stay for a breath or two, just feeling sensation. Maybe this hip is tighter or more open than the other one. We'll definitely sense that with the hamstrings. So let's go ahead and do that. Bring your hands behind the thigh. And with your inhale, extend the left heel toward the ceiling. Pull the toes back. And exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, extend. And exhale, bend. And let's just keep going a few more rounds, just warming up the back of that left leg. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Twice more. Good. Now, as you extend the leg this time, leave it extended. Keep the toes pulling back, and we'll do a little bit more core work here. So take a deep breath in, then exhale, curl the chin in toward the throat, bring the forehead up toward the knee. Good. And we're just going to stay up. Feel that strong contraction, especially at the lower abdomen. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And try not to clench your teeth. Soft jaw. 3, 2, and then exhale, release the head and shoulders down, then bend the left knee in, and then extend the left leg down to the floor. Feel what you got to feel here. Whatever's happening in the body, the core, the legs, the back, something else. And then we'll do another exercise here, all right? So go ahead and bring your right knee back into your chest and extend the right leg toward the ceiling as much as you can. Pull the toes back. Now, we're going to not hold behind the leg next. And if that means your leg goes forward a bit, that's completely fine. Just try to keep it as elevated as possible. What we're going to do with the arms is take them out to the side again. Again, you could do cactus arms as well. So take a deep breath in, and with your exhale, take the right leg across the body, rock up onto the left hip, the right foot coming toward the floor on your left side. Then inhale, bring that leg back up to 90 degrees. Then exhale, take the leg across again, twist. Think about your right shoulder grounding to the ground. Inhale, come back up. Let's do a few more of those, all right? Exhale, twist. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back up. Why not? One more. Take the leg across, and we're going to stay for a breath or two. Think about grounding your right shoulder back behind you. And if you want to, your head or your chin can turn to the right, away from the leg. One more breath. Then with a strong core, bring that leg all the way back up and relax it down to the ground. Feel sensation. All right, there's another side. Go ahead and bring your left knee in and extend that leg toward the ceiling. Good. Again, the leg might go forward a bit when you let go of it, but do try to keep it elevated. Arms out to the side again. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, take the left leg across the body toward the floor on the right side. Inhale, bring it back up toward the ceiling. Exhale, take the leg across, twist. Inhale, back up. Let's do about 3 more, all right? Exhale, twist. Inhale up and twist and up. Let's hold this next time. Take the leg all the way across. Feel your left shoulder grounded behind you. You can turn your chin to the left if you'd like to. And let's stay for just a few breaths. One more breath here. And then with your next inhale, strong core again, bring that leg all the way up and extend it down to the floor. The arms can relax down as well. Good. Getting the core and the hips, legs nice and warmed up today. Good. For our next posture, go ahead and bring your knees back into your chest. And then bring the soles of the feet together in butterfly, holding on to the ankles, the shins, and some of us might even be able to hold on to the pinky edge of the feet. But make a connection and draw the feet in toward your belly. Feeling an opening in the hips here. Just see if you can relax that tension a bit. And then we're going to move into a pose called Happy Baby Pose. And so you're going to hold on to each foot with the respective hand. And you're going to hold on to the outside or the pinky edge of the feet. So pretty much it should stay close to where you just had them. And then take the legs out to the side, knees stay bent, and the knees are bending in towards your armpits, outside of the arms. The feet are pointing toward the ceiling, and then you're going to draw the feet straight down. It's a big, nice opening of the hips here. And what happens sometimes is that your lower back, your tailbone in particular, starts to roll up off the floor, and that's natural. But one thing you can do to get a bit more out of this pose is to think about curling the tailbone back down so you create a bit of resistance in the body. This will help to relieve back pain, and it also helps to stretch the hips a bit more. Deep breaths. Staying for just another breath or two. And then bring the soles of the feet together again. Draw the feet in toward the belly, knees wide. And then release the feet. Bring the knees together, hug the knees into your chest. All right. From here, please roll to your right side and come on up to hands and knees, table pose. All right, we got the lower body nice and warming up. Go ahead and bring your hands under your shoulders and knees beneath the hips. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, child's pose. And then inhale up to hands and knees. Curl the toes under, lift the hips into the air, downward facing dog. Now we've done a bit of work for the hamstrings already, the backs of the legs, but if you want to, you can walk them out still, pressing a heel to the floor as you bend the other knee. And feel length in your spine as well. Deep breaths. All right, inhale, float gently back down onto hands and knees. Release the feet. Exhale, child's pose. Seat to the heels, forehead to the floor. Let's take a breath here. Good. All right, inhale, come back up to hands and knees. So we've done a lot of work for the lower body, pretty much from the rib cage down. We're going to do some work for the upper body, in this case, the shoulders and the arms. So you can watch me do a round or two of this first if you'd like. I'm going to curl the toes under, and I'm going to go back into like a half child's pose. Okay, you can't go all the way back because the feet will prevent that from happening, but it creates kind of a spring to kind of move you through this next posture. And so with my inhale, I'll come up. With my exhale, I'm going to bend my elbows in toward my waist and begin to drop my heart between my thumbs. And then inhale, push up, and exhale back to the half child. Now, I can go pretty far forward and still push back up. I want you to only go as far as you can without collapsing, to still have the ability to push yourself back up. If that just means it's just a gentle press, that's completely fine. You're still building muscle, you're still toning your arms. So just, be good for yourself. But we're going to keep moving in and out for a bit. So if you haven't already, on hands and knees, curl the toes under and go back to your half child. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, bend the elbows in towards your waist. Press yourself down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, half child. And just keep moving. Push up and back. Inhale, push down, Press up and back. Keep going. And the elbows squeezing in towards your side is going to give you a bit more control here as you come down. If you take your arms out to the side like a military push-up, you won't have the same amount of control. These are what we call tricep push-ups. They work the arms differently. Again, going only as far forward as feels good to you tonight. We're going to do just a few more. Get these arms nice and warmed up. You might even sense some heat building. The shoulders, the arms. Let's do two more. All right, I'm going to challenge you a bit here, all right? Come up, go to your point that you want to hold. We're going to stay for about 5 breaths. So that can be far, that can be not far, but we're going to hover at that point. Squeeze the elbows in and breathe. You're almost there, 2 more breaths. All right, now do your best. Push up, push up. You can do it. Push up. Release the feet, full child's pose. Sinking back. Good. Even if you couldn't push all the way up at that last part, it's okay. Just relax in child's pose. You still did well. You still held it. Good. Inhale up to hands and knees. This time we're just going to come all the way down onto the belly. So just drop the heart down and release the hips back. Your hands will be underneath your shoulders. And we'll play around with a locust pose a little bit. All right, so feel your hips grounding to the earth. With your next inhale, roll the shoulders down the back, lift the head, chest, and the legs, locust pose. Exhale, release on down. Let's do that again. Inhale, come back up. Head, chest, and legs lifting. Exhale, float down. We'll do 5 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise. And release. Let's hold this last round, all right? Come on up. And breathe. Squeeze the legs up behind you. Shoulders down the back. Heart is looking forward. Deep breath in. And exhale, float on down. Take a breath. Working hard tonight. All right. So curling the toes under, the best you can. Push yourself up to hands and knees. And let's come back into downward facing dog, lifting the hips. You might need to walk the feet forward a few inches. And then from downward facing dog, go ahead and walk your hands back to meet your feet, coming into the standing forward fold. Now hanging here, release the head, neck, arms. Allow the knees to be just gently bent, just a little bit. And then be aware of where you're resting the weight of your body in your feet. If it's more toward the heels, lean forward just slightly. You'll take more of the stretch into the backs of the legs and your lower back. Breathing. All right. With your next inhale, press palms to shins. Lift your chest halfway up. So you're looking down at the floor. The chest is hovering parallel to the ground. And then exhale, go ahead and come back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, extend, coming halfway up. Exhale, fold down again. Good. We're going to hold this next round. Come halfway up again. Good. The back of the neck is flat here. You're looking straight at the floor. You're not looking forward. The shoulders are gliding down the back. The knees are still gently bent. Good. Breathe. And at this point, there shouldn't be too much pressure on the hands. In fact, if you wanted to, you could bring the hands onto the hips, make this more of a strengthening posture for your back. Keep extending through the crown of the head. Breathe. Feel your lower back working. We're going to require a little bit more from it. With your next inhale, just stand all the way up. Flat back, all the way up. Good. Exhale, relax. A different quality to that hands to shins posture. Taking a deeper, fuller breath, bringing yourself on back. All right, we're going to work with chair pose next. It's everybody's favorite pose, and we're going to do it with a flow. So you're still standing with your feet about hip distance apart, same as you had it before, and bring your palms to your heart. Relax the shoulders. And we're just going to move through a flow with this. So with your next inhale, you're going to sweep your arms down, back, and up. And then with your exhale, bend both knees, sweep your arms behind you. Keep the knees bent as you sweep the arms forward and up. You're in chair pose now. Let's stay for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs. And then hinge at the hips, swan dive, fold forward and down. Good. Press palms to shins. Same alignment as we just did. Chest parallels to the floor, back of the neck is flat. And then exhale, fold down. Strong back, sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up to standing, reach overhead, and then sweep the arms down, palms to heart. Let's do that again. Sweep the arms down, back and up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep, arms behind you. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, chair pose. Stay for the exhale. Then inhale, straighten the legs. And then swan dive, hinge at the hips, fold forward and down. Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Arms out to the side, come all the way up, strong back. Palms to heart. Let's do 3 more rounds. Sweep it up, inhale. Chair prep, exhale. Bend the knees, sweep back. Chair pose, inhale. Stay for the exhale. Lift, inhale. Fold. Palms to shins. And down. Arms out to the side, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Again, sweep up. Chair prep. Chair pose. Lift. Fold. Halfway up. And down. Arms out to the side, all the way up. Inhale. Palms to heart. We have 1 more to go. Let's hold chair pose this time. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Chair prep, bend the knees, sweep back. Chair pose. And like I promised, we're going to stay here for a few breaths. Relax the shoulders down the back. And if it's too hard to have the arms straight here, you could do cactus arms, like so. Just think about taking the hands back, the elbows forward to keep the back bend happening in your thoracic spine or the upper back. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Palms to shins. Exhale, release. Arms out to the side, coming all the way up. And palms to the heart. Good. Feel sensation. What's happening in your body, your breath rate, your heart rate, muscles that have been engaged. Beautiful. Let's balance. Because, why not? We're actually nice and warmed up for it with all the work we've done with the lower body. There's quite a stability that we've cultivated, or tried to at least. Can't name your experience for you. But with your feet stacking underneath your hips, feel the connection your feet make to the floor. Really feel that support. Good. And then just sway from side to side for a moment. Feel the weight in your left foot. Come back to center. Feel the weight in your right foot. And as you do so, you might realize that one leg feels stronger than the other. That's okay. And then go ahead and lean into your left foot. Good. Now feel your core pull up. So the pelvic floor pulls up, the navel comes toward your spine. This will help you to balance a bit. And then focus your eyes to a single non-moving point in front of you. Your arms can relax down or hands on your hips. And then pick up your right knee, bringing it into your chest. Just as high as you can. Doesn't have to be as high as I'm doing. It could be just down here. It's completely fine. Good. And breathe. Good. Then go ahead and place that right foot down, sway to center. Take a breath. And then we're going to do the other side. Go ahead and sway into that right foot. Pull up the pelvic floor. Navel pulls back toward your spine. Core is engaged here. And then when you're ready, just let that left foot rise. And breathe. And focus on that single non-moving point. If you're looking around, you definitely will fall. It's one of the beauties of balancing postures. They teach us focus. Go ahead and bring that left foot down and come back to center. So for this next exercise or this next posture, I'll give you two options to do it. It's a balancing posture, but our goal is to stretch the quadricep. So if balancing makes you unable to do that, I'll give you another option. So the version of balancing, I'll turn side face for this. I'm going to stand on my left leg and I'll bring my right knee up. So we'll start exactly where we were just at. Now, after a couple of breaths, and as I'm focused on a single non-moving point, I'll bring the knee down, the heel coming in toward my seat. I'll reach back with the hand and grab the base of the toes. Now, when I do that, the right hip in this case pulls back. I want it to go forward. So I'm going to push the right hip forward as I pull the right heel in toward my seat. And I'm drawing the knee downward. So it's not going back, it's not going forward, it's going straight down. And I'm feeling a powerful stretch in the front of my thigh. Now, if doing that you can't balance, what you'll do is you'll find a wall somewhere. So I'll use my wardrobe here for a moment. You'll just place your hand on it just to stabilize, and you'll do the exact same thing. Okay? So one version is you're balancing in the middle of the room. The other is you're holding on. If you have like a chair or a couch nearby, you could do that too, just making connection with anything. Let's do this together. Standing tall. Now, if you're going to use support, go ahead and get near that support. But let's do the left leg. Standing on the left leg, that is. Go ahead and bring the right knee up. Focus your eyes. And then draw the right knee down, heel in toward the seat, and reach back and grab the base of the toes, not the ankle, not the toes themselves, but the base of the toes. You'll feel your right hip kind of pull back. Draw that right hip bone forward in front of you. Bring the right heel in toward the seat, and then draw the right knee down toward the floor, straight down. Feel that stretch in the front of the right thigh, and breathe. Again, it's okay to use support here if you need to, even if you change your mind part way and you want to go there now. Keep the engagement, draw the right knee down, draw the right hip forward. Good, all right. Now don't slingshot it. Just carefully release that right foot down to the floor. You'll feel sensation in the front of the right thigh, maybe in the right hip or lower back, or somewhere else. Just giving you some options. All right. And let's see what that feels like on the other side. So we'll be standing on the right foot now. Focus the eyes, sway into that foot. And when you're ready, go ahead and pick up the left foot. Just getting steady here, especially if you're balancing in the middle of the room. And when you're ready, draw the left knee down. Reach behind you, grab the base of the toes, draw the left hip bone forward in front of you, draw the left knee downward, and then draw the left heel into the left hip. And breathe. Keep the eyes focused, keep breathing. Just another breath or two. Stay if you can. And again, don't slingshot it, just carefully release that left foot down. Feel sensation and adjust as you need to. Sometimes the standing leg gets a little bit crampy, so it's okay if you want to shake it off a bit. All right. Good. Good work. Let's play around with Warrior One tonight. So whichever direction is the front of your mat, go ahead and step that way now. Have your feet about hip distance apart. Then you're going to take your right foot and sweep that back behind you. Back foot flat on the floor, toes pointing forward about 45 degrees. And then you're going to find your hip bones and turn them to look forward as well. Now, if that makes your back heel pop up, just take the right foot out to the right a bit more so you have the access in your hips. This helps protect the lower back. Good. Release the arms down by your side. With your inhale, lift the arms overhead and bend the left knee. Exhale, go ahead and come back up. Release the arms down. Again, inhale, lift the arms, bend the left knee. Exhale, release down. Let's do a few more. Inhale, warrior. Exhale, back up. And as you're lifting the arms, you're going to take the hands behind you. Turn the heart toward the ceiling. Exhale, back. We'll do two more now. Good. And then lift the arms overhead, come into the pose and stay. Bring the arms into cactus arms, so elbows out to the side like this. And then take the hands back, the elbows forward, deepen the back bend in the upper back. Keep the front knee bending. And of course, we're breathing here. Deep breath in and out. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up straight in the left leg. Now think about hinging at the hips as you fold forward and down over the left leg. Now, if your hands don't reach the ground, it's okay to keep the hands on the left leg, left shin. It's okay if that left knee is bending just a little bit, but only a little bit. Good. All right. So from here, go ahead and step your right foot forward, coming into the standing forward fold. Palms to shins again. Come halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side. Come all the way up. And palms to your heart. Good. Let's do Warrior One on the other side. So standing tall at the top of your mat, you're going to step your left foot back this time. And again, back foot's flat on the floor, toes pointing forward about 45 degrees. Find your two pointy hip bones and point them forward as well. Again, you might have to take the left leg out to the side to make that happen. Arms by your side. Let's go ahead and move. Inhale, lift the arms, bend the right knee. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, bend the right knee, lift the arms, turn the heart toward the ceiling. And then exhale, back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do two more together. Inhale, rise, or sink in, I should say. Arms are rising. Exhale, release. We're going to hold the pose this time. Go ahead and bend the front knee. Bring the arms up. Stay in the pose, but come into cactus arms. Take the elbows forward. Take the hands back. Deep in the back, bend in the upper back. Breathe into that space. Good. One more breath here. And then inhale, straighten the right leg, lift the arms up. Again, think about hinging at the hips. Go ahead and reach the arms forward as you fold down over the right leg. And again, if your hands don't touch the floor, that's okay. You can just bring the hands onto the right shin. It's okay for the front knee to bend a little bit. Good. One more breath here. All right. So from here, we're going to transition to downward facing dog. So soften the front knee a bit more and step the right foot back. Adjust the feet, downward facing dog. You might naturally just want to walk them out again. Heels to the floor, bending the opposite knee, pedaling the feet. Or you might feel a need to hold them still in symmetry. All right, inhale, gently float down onto hands and knees. Release the feet. Exhale, child's pose. Stay here for a few breaths. All right. Inhale, come back up to hands and knees. Exhale, bend the elbows in toward the waist. Bring the heart down. Release the hips. So coming onto your belly. Hands under your shoulders again. We'll play around with locust pose one more time tonight. Hips grounding. Inhale, lift the head, chest, and the legs. Let's stay. Good. Nice strong back here. And then get light on the hands. The hands can still be on the floor if you want to, but just pull them away from the floor just a little bit. Really recruiting that lower back to work a bit harder here. Keep squeezing at the legs behind you. Two more breaths. Squeeze up to your highest point. Deep breath in. And then exhale carefully. Slowly release down. Curl the toes under. Push up to hands and knees. And once again, downward facing dog. So in down dog this time, I want you to bend your knees a bit more than you normally do. So you can exaggerate that if you need to, because what we're trying to do here is feel more length in your spine. So shoot the hips toward the sky behind you as the knees bend. You'll start to feel a bit more extension along the sides of the body, the arms, and also really down into the lower back. So knees are bending, hips are lifting, back is lengthening. Good. Inhale, float down, hands and knees. And then go ahead and release down to a seat. Working hard. All right, we just have a couple more postures before our resting posture. If you want, you can sit on a blanket. You can elevate your seat. This will just help give you a bit more length in your spine for these next couple of exercises. So if you have tight legs, like tight hamstrings or tight lower backs, or all of it, this could be something that might be helpful for you. So extending your legs forward to start, you're going to bring your right knee into your chest. Good. Now, if it's your right knee that's bent, it's your right hand that will go behind your back. When I say behind your back, I mean right behind your spine. So not back here. We're not leaning that much. It comes right behind your spine, like really close. So that when you press the palm down, you have to sit up tall. That's how that works. So sitting up tall, inhale, lift the left arm up. With your exhale, sweep the left arm across the body, hook the knee, and twist, looking over your right shoulder. So the right shoulder works back, and you look behind you. Now, as you're in the pose, press the right hand to the floor a bit more, sit up a bit taller, and then exhale, twist a bit deeper. Breathe, staying in the pose. Good. One more breath. And then inhale carefully, unwind, and extend the right leg down. Let's do the other side. Bring the left knee in, left foot flat on the floor, as close to the body as you can. The left hand goes behind your spine. You sit up tall. Then inhale, lift the right arm up. Exhale, take that right arm across the body, hook the knee, and twist, looking behind you, working the left shoulder back, sitting up taller as you inhale. And exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. Staying here for one more breath. And then inhale carefully, unwind, and extend the left leg down. Good. Now I'm going to ask you to bring the soles of your feet together in butterfly once again. And if your knees are kind of hugging up toward your arms like this, you may need to sit on a folded blanket, or even a yoga block if you have one lying around. Do your best. You know, we all have what we have. Either way, sit up as tall as you can. You can hold on to the shins or ankles. Feel the shoulders working down the back. And notice the length that you have in your spine right now, the crown of the head lifting. And try to keep that length or that flatness of the spine as you hinge at the hips to draw your heart forward. Now, at a certain point, you may feel compelled to start to over round your back, like you're hunching. Try not to do that. Keep the shoulders working down the back and the spine long. And just allow the hinging at the hips to be what moves you further, even if that's only a little bit. And of course, we're breathing here. All right. With your next inhale, please sit up. Good. All right. So now is the time to rest. I'm going to ask you to come to lay down on your back for our final resting posture. So go ahead and make your way there right now. Nice, relaxed pose. You can turn down the lights in your space if you want to. That's all I'm doing right now. Sometimes For a good Shavasana, you got to set the mood. It's funny, but it's true. You have to set the mood for it. Now, as you come to relax down onto your back, do just that. Relax. With our centering practice, I asked you to be aware of the body and notice where you're still holding tension or where you're efforting. And then I asked you to relax that by 10%. Can you give yourself that permission again? Whatever holding, whatever gripping that you have in your body, just see if you can soften that just by a little bit. Maybe the hands aren't clenching as much. Maybe the muscles of your pelvis soften a bit, the belly, shoulders, jaw, eyes, forehead, feet, legs. And notice your breath as well. If your breath has effort to it, just relax it a bit. Relax the inhale, relax the exhale. Again, just a little bit, like 10%. And when the mind tries to pull you away, relax that too. Peace, peace, peace. Go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath, please. Make some gentle movements in your hands and feet, arms and legs. And with a breath, go ahead and roll to your right side. And from there, go ahead and come on up to a comfortable seat. So, sitting tall, bring your palms to your heart and just bow your chin. And feel a sense of gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, all the effort, the willpower that you put forth tonight in this class, all of that work, honoring that. And may all of that effort and this practice continue to serve you. So until we meet again, namaste.